Hey there, this is Carolin, and I want to talk about your libido today because it really doesn't matter why it's gone, whether you've just had a baby, you've just stopped nursing, you're 35 to 60, your age, it really doesn't matter. By the end of this video, you will know what the number one reason is that you're not feeling it, that your libido has gone out the window, and what to do to bring it back naturally. For the best intimacy and sexual health advice, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell down on the bottom below so that you can be notified when I post new videos, which I do Monday through Friday on a daily basis. I've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of women and couples come back into their bodies, heal their relationships, heal their intimacies, heal sexually. I've even written 2 books. One is based on sexual healing, and the other one is called The Pleasure IQ and teaches people how to bring pleasure in all areas of their life. And I even have a Facebook group that's thriving around the topic of intimacy and creating blissful marriages, where I teach blissful loving, and now it's your turn. Einstein said it best: energy is everything. Most women that I talk to, and I actually was in that category as well, complain about low energy, right? The reason for why you don't feel it is because you're physically exhausted. Running around, working, doing everything, trying to be everything to everybody doesn't work so well. It leaves us depleted and makes it so that actually physically our adrenal glands get burned out. And so the number one reason why women don't feel in the mood is because the adrenal glands are too burned out. And so what's the antidote? Step 1 in this process is to remove the subconscious programming that has you running yourself ragged. Most of us come from a lineage of ancestors where not too long ago you had to function, you had to sacrifice yourself, you had to just be giving, you had to just be doing in order to literally survive. We don't live in those times anymore, but our subconscious is still programmed that way. And so for the most time when I work with women specifically around these health issues in their sex life and in their love life, it really has to do with removing the subconscious beliefs that are still in there from the ancestors around survival. You don't have to run yourself ragged anymore. You are capable of surviving in this world, even if you don't please everybody, even if you don't completely self-sacrifice yourself. And so there's ways to do that. There's people that know how to do this. Find them. I'm one of them. Step 1 is just knowing this and getting after it, because any other attempt you are making at maybe doing better self-care or even taking herbal supplements or things like that, unless these underlying sabotaging programs are removed from your subconscious. And just to give you an idea, 95% of our decisions and how we are interacting in the world come from the subconscious. So 5% is our conscious mind, right? With 5% of power to change something versus 95%. So if we can change the 95% and put good stuff in there that's supportive of our health and our well-being, then things automatically change, because when we're trying to, with the 5% to do something, we lose because we're fighting against 95%. This is something new that you've heard in conjunction to your libido, right? Let me know, ask questions in the comments. I check them, I will respond to you. You can share about your personal situation as much as you want. We can also have a conversation. I'll tell you later how you can do that with me to get more specific insight on your situation. But let me know. Step 2 is, once you have worked on resolving your subconscious blocks, you can actually shift into making self-care your top priority. So to give you an example, I was very, very sick. I had adrenal burnout and chronic fatigue, and I couldn't even get off the couch for 5 months and take care of my kids or do anything, let alone just walk over to the laundry machine and put the laundry in. That's how sick I was. And once I started working on learning this stuff and working on my subconscious beliefs that had gotten me to that place, I was able to be very protective of my own health. And to this day, back then I had a ratio of working 1 hour and doing 2 hours of self-care. And we would think, oh my God, how can you do that? How can you make money? I was a single mom at the time running my business by myself, but I literally would work 1 hour. Maybe I would work 2 hours a day and take care of myself for 4 hours. If I had 6 hours total without kids that I could dedicate. But because I invested into me and my energy and how I was feeling, people were attracted to me, and I started building my business with ease and not through workaholism. And so even though it's counterintuitive, when we do this, we become better feeling, we attract better things, and we start feeling turned on by things and even get in the mood. Then the real game changer is step 3, learning to interact in the world and be in the world through your senses. What do I mean by that? So imagine you're doing the dishes, and you could just be doing the dishes and not be in your body and not be present and not experience anything through your senses. Or while you're doing the dishes, you could feel the water running over your hands, and you could feel how good it feels, the warmth, for example, or the coolness. You could start enjoying being in your body and being able to enjoy pleasure. So a requirement for us to have fun and be intimate and feel turned on and feel good in our body is to actually be in our bodies. And the way we come back into our bodies is through our senses. You could take a shower, and instead of just taking a shower and going in and out real quick, you could actually allow yourself to feel what the water feels like, what the temperature feels like on your skin. Our skin is one of our biggest sensing organs. We have our smell, we have our ears, sense of hearing, sense of touch. Eyes we use a lot. Eyes we don't necessarily need to use more, but the other ones. So the more you can engage in the world through your senses, that also means maybe getting massages, giving massages, things like that. That will shift you back into your body and shift your energy and make it so that you are going to start to feel replenished, actually, because when you're not in your body, how can you feel nourished and supported when you're not even there, right? We need to be in our bodies to actually have a pleasurable experience and experience life to the fullest and take in life. So now you have a few ideas on what it really takes to embark on this journey on bringing your libido back, and you know that it has nothing to do with why it's gone, whether you had a baby or whether you're, a little older, 35 to 60, it really doesn't matter. You can bring this back and shift your energy and bring the energy back to your body, whether you're 20 or whether you're 60, 70, 85. It doesn't matter. And energy responds instantly because energy is energy and it's quick. So just know that this is totally possible for you and that it is a process. And if you like to learn more about this, I have a 5-step in-depth process that I take couples through to help them with their intimacy. If you'd like to check it out, it's a free masterclass. The link for that is in the description below. And as I mentioned, I have a thriving Facebook group where we discuss these topics because they're often a little tricky, and it's good if we have community that we can share this with like-minded people. It's women and couples in that group, and the link for that group is also in the description below if you'd like to join that. If you liked it, check out these other related videos on feminine energy secrets and how to make your relationships even yummier. Subscribe so that you don't miss upcoming videos, and share this with your friends. All my love to you. Until next time, bye bye.